Hey guys,
Hey,
it's about 54 degrees and it's going to be what?
62,
As a high of 62 and a low of
38.
So we had a couple semi-warm days, we've kind of enjoyed lately, right? And the mosquitoes weren't too bad except maybe when the sun started going down. So now we're going back into that cool weather, low 40s, mid to upper 30s. And the dog is going to destroy another guitar on camera here. Did you see it shifting? Natalie didn't. So we are about very close to 80 subscribers now, 78 now. Oh, Natalie, don't yawn.
Ooh.
Yeah. Shows some appreciation for all the supporters.
Yay.
Yay. So yeah, we're still talking about 100 subscriber bash, but we do not know exactly what that's going to entail. It would be nice if we had some money. So guess what, Natalie? Oh my God. I guess this is boring. She's got, just look at here. You got almost 80 subscribers supporting you, and you're going to sit there and yawn about it.
I'm sorry.
So guess what?
What?
So we sold a bunch of those white grapefruits. Yeah, and I've been just letting them go to waste, because I didn't like them. We've been growing for years. So that, and people are telling, that I'm not selling them, personally. Other people are selling them, flea markets, farmers markets, or whatever. And they're ranting and raving about them, saying they're so hard to get white grapefruits now. So that's inspired me to try to get a few more grapefruits. So maybe we'll get some better ones. We want to try to get some Dunkin' soon. Maybe try another Marsh White. And if there's a demand for them that's not being met, hey, why shouldn't we be, part of that? Try to make a little extra money. In 10 years from now, maybe we'll be making, $300-400 extra a year just on 2 or 3 trees.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah, I mean, it's a small market, but I believe it's probably in, every locality there's probably a small market for white grapefruits because grocery stores do not sell them. That's just Nick Charles.
What a pie.
The red ones are considered sweeter, but the original white ones are considered to have more of that more concentrated grapefruit flavor, which a lot of people were turned off by because more bitterness, more acidity. But if you grew up in the 80s or before, you're probably, if you like grapefruit, you were used to drinking white grapefruit juice and eating those grapefruits that were more bitter and more acidic. So it's probably a nostalgia factor. This is what I grew up with, 50s, 60s, 40s, whatever, eating this. So it's probably not, the new generation of kids wanting them, but, probably baby boomers and Gen Xers and stuff. Maybe a few millennials. Do you prefer the red or the white ones?
Either.
I prefer the red. I'm a Gen Xer and I still prefer the red, the really sweet red ones that are more like akin to a red sweet pomelo. But they taste more close to like fruit punch or something versus like the original grapefruits. So what's the what are we doing with the channel? What are some ideas? Do we have any ideas floating around, like what's coming? It's a new year still new.
So I think we just decided it's about our lives, right?
Yeah, I mean, what kind of content are you like? I know we've talked about oral histories and stuff, and that's something you're passionate about and want to do. We haven't done yet.
We're gonna do.
Good God.
Oh. I haven't gone once until now. We're gonna do oral histories. Gonna do more cooking and baking. We're gonna get fat, in other words, on camera.
We have been talking about making like Natalie wanted brownies last night, right? We didn't make them, but I said, why do we keep buying brownie mixes when we should try to experiment with more recipes like homemade, from scratch, and that would give us more video
So
content.
far, I don't think I've ever had a homemade brownie that I liked.
And I've tried one or two like vegan brownies, and I've even used like egg replacers in the commercial ready-made things, and they never have the right texture. Applesauce, 2 or 3 of the egg replacers that you can buy, was it Bob's Red Mill or something, and a couple others. And we tried bananas, and how did that turn out? Yeah, the texture still wasn't there, right? It was still kind of gooey.
It was gooey. It would have been okay, but it was chocolate flavor. And we only did one banana.
Yeah, so it was a banana chocolate brownie, and the kids liked it, I think. But
yeah, Junior loves it, but I think Junior loves anything sweet.
So yeah, I mean, and we're not vegans, we're not vegetarians, but I have dairy and egg allergies, and you're kind of sensitive to milks and stuff, especially with the respiratory issues. And like being sick all the time, that flares up her lungs or whatever, and asthma. So the recipes, we
So
used to. What do
if
we?
you have, gotta put this out there, if you have a really good homemade vegan brownie mix or brownie recipe,
Or a blondie.
yeah, please feel free to share.
When Natalie and I met before we had kids, we were in the kitchen pretty much every day, right?
All the time, yeah.
And one of the things we did all the time was
Pizza.
pizzas, and there's not a lot of variation in the sauce and the toppings, but we tried several different crusts, and one of our things to kind of compete with ourselves was to do what? To make the crust as thin as possible and still be used. So that was like our own challenge.
We got it pretty thin.
We got it really thin, and so thin that there was no way not to have a few little holes in it. But they were all kinds of odd shaped pizzas. But oh my gosh, goat crumbles. That will just kick your.
Yeah, the goat crumbles baked pizza.
And we learned that because we went to another pizza place. What do you remember what that's called?
I don't. Some little joint that gets all.
So I guess it's a chain, and it's like personal pizzas. They make it in front of you. You just tell them the toppings or whatever. I don't know how much they cost now, but they were like $7 a piece or something 5 years ago.
I don't know they're still there.
I think they're still there. So it's kind of, how when you go to Subway and they make your sub, they're right in front of you and they're putting the toppings and everything on. Yeah. So it's kind of like that. So, goat cheese does not replace the mozzarella. It just goes on top of it as a topping.
It just adds, oh my God, it adds what?
And almost any grocery store would sell crumbles. And we also, when we had goats, we did make a little bit of goat cheese as well. Just if anybody is wanting to do goat milk cheese or whatever, add salt to it so that it has a little bit of saltiness. Yeah. Otherwise, it'll be a salt-free. It's not as good. Recipes, that's something, and I'm trying to figure out how to incorporate Natalie into physically doing stuff and in the kitchen, and it's harder to do. It's hard for her to probably stir a pot in a pan and fry eggs and stuff like that.
I used to do it all the time, and now it's been so long that I don't know.
So I think the easiest thing for her to do is to have a mixing bowl and mix ingredients, and she's always there supervising and giving her advice, and she's pretty good with flavors. Other
Yeah,
than
like even when he makes dinner, like half the time I'm in there giving him instructions.
there is one seasoning that I had to stop eating that she loved, and what is that?
That's bull.
No, not mojo. I love mojo. It gives me
Oh.
acid reflux bad though. What is that? Steak Montreal steak seasoning. We used to incorporate it with our chicken meals and stuff when she lived in the apartment. And
No, not Montreal steak. That was just light beef.
it was Montreal something. Was
I
it chicken?
use Montreal chicken, but you don't like it. That's a goodness.
Well, that's not it. Okay, here's what happened. We were using it all the time, and if you get a nice fatty chicken or big chicken, it kind of renders into everything. It kind of incorporates and becomes less concentrated. So it was okay. But one day was it a chicken breast or something, or that we put in the oven, or just a small chicken, or lean chicken? So we made it again the last time we made it, and I could not eat it. It was just one. I wanted to throw up. So I've never eaten it again.
It's just a big yes. I'm the food lover, and he's the big yes.
Well, I mean, we used to make salmon all the time too, and we would grill it. Sometimes that's the best if you grill it and get it and it doesn't take long. Just a little bit of smoke and a few minutes on the grill, and it's great. But we made it. I don't know if it was too much garlic or too much lemon juice, but I don't like lemon juice on my fish. Sorry, I don't like that. Salmon is better with just maybe some olive oil, pepper, and salt. You don't need a lot of stuff with it. So, again, we're close to 80. I don't know if it's going to be a week from now, or if it's going to be 2 months before we get to 100, because it's weird, because we had 5 subscribers in one night, a week or two ago. Then it was like 3 or 4 days, and we got one. Then we got another one, possibly another one. We haven't mastered the algorithm despite putting out a lot of videos. So pizza, that's like my top priority. We need to make at least one pizza to put on the channel. But if we get everything flowing, we'll probably make a lot of pizzas and maybe some cookies and ice cream.
Hopefully, as the kids get older, these will be easier, because when you and I are home all day and don't have too much else to worry about, guys, Sunday in there, but.
So I guess the 3 top things or 4 top things that we made before kids was the chicken tacos, and again, they were better if you grilled the chicken, a little bit first, get that smokiness in it. Pizzas, and what was the 4th thing? Ice cream. So we had the coconut ice cream down pretty good.
We did ice cream like almost every week.
Kids, we moved. Natalie moved here. We moved here. Kids came along, and we haven't made ice cream even once.
Nope.
So, how are you doing with your PT and OT and all? You quit the chiropractor.
I'm slowly getting back into my routine. We had started the routine back for the car wreck in October. And OT, I was getting way stronger, quickly. But the last few months have all kind of been jumbled up. And then in PT, he's just got me standing. And once I got it, it's kicking my ass.
And I went the last 2 times. First time I ever went in with her, because I guess he wanted to see me, once to see how I transferred her. But we haven't done a transfer, but I guess he kind of knows how. So it's not the first time I've seen you stand, but it's been like 3 maybe years when that other PT guy was coming out here and had you standing on the sink.
No longer than that. I haven't stood since before JJ.
Okay, so it's been a while.
4+ years.
And it's strange to see somebody that you met while they were in a wheelchair and could not stand, just to see how tall they are, how short they are, or whatever. It's very strange to see that. But this guy is pushing her really hard, and hopefully it'll pay off. Because with her asthma and respiratory issues, and just not using her arms as much and her wrist in the last 5 years or so, your muscles in your arms have kind of shrunk. Because when I met her, she had big muscles in her arms,
big biceps. Yeah.
But so and he seems to think that it's mostly your arms maybe that are causing your problems from not being able to lock your knees in and to stand and put all of your weight. So his explanation is once you lock your knees in, as long as you got a proper, stance, in your upper body, you really don't need muscles to hold yourself up, or not many muscles. Does that sound like what he was saying?
I guess.
But you have to have your upper body angled properly, or you're going to just tilt over or fall over.
Mm-hmm.
And her ankles, especially her right ankle, twists a lot. It could cause a broken ankle or anything.
Because I think I could be doing things to build my ankles up, but he doesn't seem to believe that you're gonna build muscle. But I think that's awkward.
So what we need to do, and he's I've thrown a couple ideas out there, and for the most part it's hit or miss, but he said you got a good idea, try to get like some zip up boots, like low boots, and that would possibly hold or stabilize her ankles a little bit more. Don't really have a whole lot of money because post COVID everything is going up so much. But what would you do if you had $10, $20, $30,000?
So probably finish up making the house. So, well, I don't know what to do first. We have several issues. So because I'm in the guest bathroom right now, my chair has torn that guest bathroom apart. There's a huge hole in the wall from where Raw wanted run out because you had to do the handicap bars.
Yeah, the grip bars.
And there's no sink in there. The floor is a wreck. So that bathroom's top priority because that'll be the kids' bathroom, which it'll be nice because they won't have to be in my bathroom every day. It would be a major plus.
The bathroom, or the guest bathroom, kids' bathroom, it's very narrow. So in the best of circumstances, you're still going to hit the toilet, knock it out, the seal out or something, or hit a wall. It's inevitable because there's not enough space, but there's a big hole, and it's not because of her wheelchair. It's because I didn't seal the bars, I guess, properly in the screw holes, so water seeped behind the bars, and they kind of rotted it out. So all that's going to have to be redone. As far as the master bathroom, we still are
Yeah, my
don't know what's
bathroom,
going to happen.
we're still waiting for the shower, and if I had money, that would be a priority, putting in a bigger shower. Redoing our kitchen cabinets is another thing. They've redone the actual kitchen already, so everything's basically it's just small now, but like just put in new wood cabinets. But then a major priority and a major issue that is consuming me is we have several holes in our fences and our gate doesn't latch properly. So our dogs get out. So every time the dog's gotta go pee, Dan has to literally take them outside and walk them. It's ridiculous. We have like 3 acres that is fenced in, and
It's actually the dog you see right there under the guitar. None of the other dogs know how to rock the gate and latch just right to unlatch it. And he's the one that let Ashkey, our German Shepherd, out at like 2 in the morning when he was still new to us, and I guess didn't have that sense of home, I guess. So, and this is like a 14, 15-year-old dog, senior dog, basically on his last year or two.
You'd think he was gonna die, and he's thinking with the way he looks right now. Let him get to that gate, and he like a puppy.
And you never know when he's gonna do it. He's kind of smart because if he thinks you're watching, he'll just stay around the yard. He'll circle around the yard. So you go in to take a pee or something, or just grab a drink and come out, and there it goes. The gate's wide open, and you hear dogs around the neighborhood barking at him. So
like even though that's not an issue, it is an issue.
So we have some other home repairs and all to do, like windows, right?
Yeah.
So what's weird is you broke the first window in our bedroom, right? Something happened. Your wheelchair hit something and it hit the window. So I bought a new window, and I was, because of where the bed is, you can't like be right in front of the latches to let it up and down. So I have to kind of stretch my back out and arms, and when I unlatched it, the window went down really fast and it cracked it. So now we need another one, and that window gets pretty cold in the when it's 30 degrees out there. So we need an insulated window, and we got 2 other windows that don't open. I've sprayed them with WD-40 and everything, and nothing seems to help. So she's wanting to maybe put a large window versus 2 smaller windows. So
maybe redo the kitchen too, just so there's more light.
And what about the driveway? Do you think we should put millings out?
No, me and Faith is my therapist. That's going to be your next goal. Like, she helped me do the GoFundMe for the house accommodations, which we have done, and I greatly appreciate it. And our next issue, we talked about it the other day, is getting a driveway or the lift or something put in.
So I didn't know that. That's new to me.
Yeah.
But months ago, Natalie and I talked about trying to get another grant just for that purpose, and we haven't. We want to have it presented in a video or something, a private video, for these grant foundations or whatever to, show them, how bad it gets, and have more information out there versus just writing, an email or whatever. So, and that could still be part of your faith and we're talking about versus doing another GoFundMe. People get tired of GoFundMes, when they see others like constantly ask for stuff, constantly ask for donations, and we probably talked about this a long time ago. What about, do you think you want to do any more gardening stuff? Maybe get you a gardening table custom built so it's easier for you to do some stuff?
Yes, for sure. That's a good idea. I never thought about having one custom. I could do one. Yeah, that's a really good idea, actually, because I can plant. But yeah, I want to do things to like.
And when we talk about, what could be future videos, if we're working on these projects, these could also be videoed, right? What you're doing in the house to accommodate wheelchairs or to fix things for, like the bathrooms for the kids. Hey, well, there's one other thing. The kid's bedroom.
Oh, yeah.
This is the big thing. This is like probably, besides your wheelchair accommodations, the biggest thing, right?
Exactly. So, first of all, the carpet is horrible. We're getting rid of the carpet. Both bedrooms, I would have replaced the floors instantly. But then, so we have 3 boys, and all 3 of them are super close. And they don't really want to be separated, at least not right now. So we are talking about combining the 2 bedrooms into one larger room, building a new closet for all 3 of them, and putting it in like both beds.
And this room is, these rooms individually are side by side. They are 12 foot by what are they, like 14 or 10 foot? I don't remember. 12, something around 12 by 12 ish. So, and then there's a closet that takes up a little bit of space. So that is tiny for 3 people. 2 dressers in there, 3 beds.
Yeah, that's very tiny.
So where are they going to put their toys? They end up going all over the floor. They end up going in laundry baskets. They go on top of their beds. They shove them in their closet. So doubling their space and eliminating 3 beds and doing like a triple bunk, right? Whatever you call it, where you got the pull-out bed on the bottom and the bunk bed on the top. That's going to save a little bit of space. And doing probably painting everything, ceiling, walls, and then the floor. And the floor that Charlie picked out isn't the cheapest floor. It's got kind of like a red tint. It's made to look like.
I kind of want to keep all our floors the same.
Well, if it's this tint, it's probably going to be cheaper. But I think when we priced it before, it'd be like $600. So maybe it would be like $400 for the grayish, aged oak is basically what our floors are. It's not very kiddish though, like something you would imagine playful and colorful.
It's a floor.
They're gonna have it filled full of junk either way, no matter how big it is, right? So you're not gonna really see the floor much.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's just theoretical. If we got enough money to do these things that will need to be done. But also, some of the stuff is likely going to happen. We're talking about what other things can we make videos about, recipes, pizzas and things we like, trying to perfect a vegan brownie mix. What else do you want to say?
I guess that's enough.
All right, guys. I hope.
Like this video and subscribe to my channel.
Take care.